Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
Introducing B-Rad.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I had to put applause noise in here, but nobody fucking cares.
I care.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
And to my left, we have the man who's known as the chef, as the ordained minister, as the lord of a piece of land in Scotland.
Yes. Yeah.
Daniel.
That's yeah, that happened. All of that.
Yeah, you're
happens.
multi. You have three hats that you can wear legally. Chef, you're an ordained minister, and you're a lord. Do tell. Give us a trip down memory lane with your past of how you come to get these titles.
I like all of those titles. I went to culinary school. I graduated. I got 2 degrees. I am a chef. I've been a chef a few different places, not too many places. So I've got that degree, and then I don't know, a few weeks ago, I decided to be a lord. I wanted to be a lord.
You just made that decision.
Yeah.
I want to be a lord.
Yeah. So I bought a piece of land in Scotland. This land happens to be a part of Dunnon's Castle in Scotland. It had a bunch of fire damage, and my lordness, the money that I sent to them.
How much was that? How much does it cost to become a lord?
$50. You could be a lord.
$50.
$50. You could be a lord. So I sent them money.
Do you have to go with the lord title, or can you pick something?
Well, you're registered as a lord in the country of Scotland. I wanted to be a lord. You could be a lady.
I own land in Scotland.
Yes, you could be a lady if you so choose. Yeah.
I think I'd go with lord, but yeah, okay.
Yeah. You could pick your gender, I guess, anymore.
That's true.
We don't have to go over that.
It's 2020.
That sounds
Do
like
you?
nonsense. But
anyway.
Yeah, so I'm a lord. Dunnon's Castle. I have yet to get this. This was weeks ago. They're far behind on sending me my shipment of things.
You don't have your paperwork, your deed, or anything?
No, they're sending me my deed. I don't have it yet. And they're sending me a map of the castle.
Of the square foot that you own?
With the square foot that I own.
Nice.
Yes. I get free tours for life of the castle that I own part of. And I get 50% off my stay once the castle is renovated.
Nice. So $50,
cool.
You get free tours and half off of a night's stay inside the castle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's a hell of a deal.
Pretty neat. And the ordained part, you are ordained as well.
I am. That was not included in the intro, but yes, I am an ordained minister myself.
Yeah, I forgot your titles.
Yes, my titles are former heating and air student, a ordained minister, and officially, I am known as Brad. There's my titles.
Brad, the ordained HVAC
student.
Man. Student. Dropout?
No, not a dropout.
No, you completed.
I completed 2 years at the Miami Valley Career Technology Center, and then I completed like a whole quarter at University of Northwestern Ohio for HVAC. And I got a job doing commercial installation with a mid-grade company. But I was trained in residential service. And I told them my credentials, what I went to school for, what I had known, what I can do.
It's a decent occupation.
It's a great occupation, but it was the only place that would hire me because they had an opening for the commercial installation, which is the exact opposite of residential service. But everybody else wanted 10 years experience. So you kind of try to get in where you can.
Yeah.
But I got in with something I had zero training in, so I'm standing there with my thumb up my ass. And they're like, "We gotta let you go." I'm like, "Yeah, I understand."
It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, my official title is just Brad.
Well, you and I both
Ordained
know
Brad. I'm sorry.
when you get ordained, you become ordained.
Yeah, that's what usually happens. When you become ordained, you become ordained.
But you have to register with your state.
True.
Before you can marry anyone. And that posed a problem when I was marrying my friends.
Yes.
Yeah. And that the government takes forever to do anything. So that's
red tape? No.
That's a thing. So just know that if you're going to become ordained. It'll take a minute.
I'm going to have to gain down that part when you ate the mic.
But you could be Lord in an afternoon.
Yeah, $50 on a credit card. Go to a website. ... There you go.
Bam, Lord.
You now own a chunk of land, a whole square footage. Now
that's right. It's my castle,
and that goes. That's not just a square foot of surface area. That's top to bottom, right?
Yeah.
Like core to sky.
Cubed. No, it's cubed.
That was a cube.
It's cubed. Yeah,
square.
It's mine,
so you own like a cinder block section.
And you know what? I don't want to get into this at all because it
No.
devaluates my lordness.
For $50, you get free tours for life.
That's true.
Half off stage.
And I'm registered in Scotland as a lord.
Right.
So that's a thing.
You get an official title.
Yeah.
It's
get official.
Half off of staying the night in a fucking castle in Scotland.
Yeah, true.
And you get free tours.
And
$50 just for the free tours.
I can tell
alone.
people that I am Lord. So that's
Lord
just
Daniel.
there. That's cool. I like that.
Somehow
that's what I was going for.
I'm going to have to make an intro for this. So, Lord Daniel.
Yeah.
I might even use that soundbite. That sounded pretty good in my
That
headphones.
was good.
We'll see what it sounds like in the playback. But
Lord Daniel.
Lord Daniel.
Ordained Brad.
I can do the Macho Man.
Yeah.
Lord Daniel, when I'm done with you, your bones are going to be powder.
No, because I'm Lord and I will sick my henchmen on you.
Terrible. I'm too high on cocaine, Mean Gene. That's not going to affect me at all. When I get in that ring, I'm going to tear your arms off.
Have you seen the cream of the crop?
Have you seen
video?
my audio levels?
They're pretty high. Yeah.
Have I seen what?
The cream of the crop Macho Man video.
I have not.
Oh my God, you have to watch it right now.
Oh my God.
He's like, I'm the cream of the crop. I rise to the top.
Is that the one where he's so fucking coked out and full of sweat? Okay, yes, I have.
Dude, he's so coked. And like he has these little half and half containers he puts on top of his head. He spins around. Oh my God.
Yes,
it's
those little half and half creamers you get at like a Perkins on your table.
Yeah.
Ooh, taking a shot, Mean Gene.
Cream of the crop, I rise to the top. Can you play that audio?
I can insert it now.
I'm talking about the former Intercontinental Champion of the world, Macho Man Randy Savage.
Nothing means nothing.
Nothing
means nothing.
Nothing means nothing. What do you mean by that?
More, I'm talking about all the way to the top, yeah. Unjustifiably in a position that I'd rather not be in, but the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah. Macho Madness, yeah, has got more to offer than President Jack Tunney thinks that I got. Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you something right now. Cards stacked against against the Macho Man Randy Savage in WrestleMania 3. Yeah, let me say it, yeah. Let me say it out loud. And let me point to the president of the World Wrestling Federation. The Macho Man Randy Savage is not happy with your decision, yeah. I am the cream in the World Wrestling Federation.
Wait a minute,
and there is no doubt about it, yeah. You, Mean Gene Okerlund, you know that I'm the cream of the crop.
Fucking Mean Gene, man. The 80s were such a time. 80s promos in the WWE, Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, Macho Man Randy Savage, just coked out of their skull.
Oh my God. I love that man. Fantastic.
Rest in peace. The two of the three that I just named. Don't do that.
It's a bottle. I can't put it on my foam pad.
That's true.
It'll topple.
Especially when it's
See?
that low. Yeah.
Tried it. Mango Kush Wheat Ale. You should also sponsor us.
It's liquid weed as far as the flavor goes.
Yeah, it tastes like weed. I don't
It's-
even smoke weed.
It tastes like it smells.
Yeah.
It's like you just took like I wouldn't even go as far as how it smells. It tastes like you just took a handful of weed and just shoved it in your mouth and it turned it liquid instantly.
Yeah. I mean, it's delicious.
It's different. I wasn't a personal favorite because it's just like oh, I'm drinking weed.
Well, it's a wheat, too. So if you buy it and you're expecting a wheat, you're going to get like an IPA kind of deal because it's hoppy.
Very hoppy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good, though. Yeah. Lord drinks sticky 420 strain American wheat beers. Yeah, that's right.
That sticky, icky in the liquid form. Stop that.
Sorry. I'm done. I finished it.
All right, so episode 4.
Yeah.
Again, who would have thought we would get this far?
Well, considering we can post anything we want,
Say
I
anything
knew
we
we would
want.
get this far, but I didn't know anybody would listen to it, which nobody's listening to it, which is fine. I'm having a great time.
We're not calling those who do nobodies, but we need you guys to start doing some like 3 and 4 degrees of separation. If y'all can just like, tell your friends of friends, so we can like, you listening right now, you tell 2 friends. One of those 2 friends listens, and then they tell 1 or 2 more people, and it just grows and grows. And then we can get Platform Beer Company Basic to sponsor us. Going back to that. Free beer. I mean, come on.
Oh,
It's all on you, the listener. You can make this happen.
You're putting a lot of pressure right now.
That's what I do. I apply the pressure. Oh, yeah, Mean Gene.
Listen. I've got nothing.
I'm listening to you make a lot of sounds on the microphone.
Yeah. I need to adjust a lot. I need to slam my beers down. So we've gone over my chefiness, my lordiness,
The ordainedness.
ordainedness. We've gone over your HVAC-ness
In Macho Man.
and macho.
Who did not do our intro,
Man.
sadly, because he was dead long before we started doing this.
Don't fucking bring that shit up, Brad.
He's dead. All right, get over it.
Stop.
It's been a
Stop.
while.
You remember when I dressed up as Hulkamania?
I
Hollywood.
do. I wasn't there that night, but I remember.
I made the costume for myself and for Josh. He was the Macho Man.
He was the
Randy
Macho Man.
Savage. I've got nothing else to go on. It was just good. So I love Macho Man. You don't need to talk down about him, okay?
I'm not talking down about him because he's already 6 feet
You
under.
don't. You fucker. You don't need to talk about him being dead. He's still alive in my mind.
It's
in my
already
memories.
happened. It's been a while. We're not bringing up something fresh. He's bones.
I want to forget it. Who else died this year? It was
Oh, we're not going into celebrity deaths because this year was kind of horrible, especially with like Alex Trebek.
Alex
The man, the myth, the legend. The legend.
Alex Trebek.
Let me actually go ahead and pull up the list of celebrity deaths of 2020.
So it was Alex Trebek. Okay. And it was also who wants to be a millionaire host?
Regis Philbin.
Regis Philbin.
Regis Philbin.
All the smart people are going.
Who wants to be a millionaire?
So sad. Sean Connery.
Sean Connery. I can't do his voice, but welcome to The Rock. What time did Sean Connery arrive at Wimbledon?
4 o'clock.
10ish.
God damn it.
Yes. 10ish. 10ish, you motherfucker. All right. The celebrities we have said farewell to. That's a naked picture. Okay. So I have a start a slideshow button.
Oh yeah, Darth Vader, dude.
Darth fucking Vader.
That was like
that
4
poor-
days ago.
Yeah, David Prowse. He got shit on so hard by
What?
George Lucas. Yeah, he got
Why?
fucked over hardcore twice.
Why?
And didn't find out either time until premiere day. He was the man under the suit being the physical Darth Vader.
Right.
He spoke every single line.
He did, and I heard video, and it was comical
Yeah, it didn't have
because he
right
did
voice.
not have. the
But
Darth Vader
he
voice, so.
assumed that, he's the lead role, that's his voice. He recorded all the lines for it.
Mhm.
Everything was good. Premiere day, he shows up. He's sitting there. With
He wasn't told.
He never told that they overdubbed him
Oh.
with James Earl Jones. He found out the day of the premiere, sitting around the cast and crew in
Oh.
Hollywood. The big premiere. and
He's an
sitting there,
Englishman.
and
It
all of a
didn't
sudden he
fit.
hears Simba, and he's like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, I would have that same reaction.
Yeah, so would I. I'm like, I'm this character, and you're gonna dub over me, which I can understand, but at least tell me.
I wouldn't understand back in this. No, you never told me.
If you came to me and said, "Oh, we're not quite feeling the voice," obviously
Did
we-
they,
you win.
though?
No, they did not.
No,
They didn't say shit to him.
That's
he
screwed
found
up,
out at the
yeah.
premiere,
That's
sitting next to
messed up.
Carrie Fisher and fucking Han Solo himself.
Yeah,
And then he goes, "That's not my voice." And then later, when Vader was basically mortally wounded, and the big climactic scene where he takes the helmet off, they used a different actor again for the visual.
Well,
George Lucas, again, not telling him, they recorded the scene with him taking the helmet off and going,
yeah.
still reshot that scene after the fact with another different actor.
I can understand that scene completely because he was swollen, he was injured, he was disformed. That's the reason he had to be in that suit.
But the David Prowse himself looks more like Mark Hamill than the fat slob-looking guy that was in that 5-second shot.
It doesn't matter though.
If I'm looking,
It wasn't a fat, slop-looking guy. It was a bunch
in
of
comparison
it was,
to David Prowse.
He was
yes.
doctored up
right, but
to look swollen and injured.
But if you're gonna go, if you want to make it more believable, you go with the guy who actually looks like, I could see Mark Hamill being his son, compared to a guy that looked like a human form of Jabba the Hutt.
Well,
Just saying. Just saying. He got fucked over twice. He recorded all these parts, recorded the audio, recorded the video, and then 2 different times he got screwed over.
hey, he walked around and acted.
Yeah, it actually ended up becoming him just walking and pointing.
He had the
and
mannerisms.
sweet-
Whatever.
Yeah, but that's what your whole thing was boiled
You
down
know what?
to.
Star
after-
Wars wouldn't be Star Wars if that hadn't.
Oh,
had
if it wasn't
happened.
James Earl Jones, the voice, yeah, it would not
It's
be
James
the
Earl Jones. That's the voice. Yes.
No.
He's so good.
same. I am your father.
And if you,
and I am no Mufasa.
I
so
heard
don't
the
judge me on that.
original. Yeah, what's his name?
David Prowse.
Yeah, I heard his voice, and it's
No,
It's just English.
I am your father.
Yeah, you
No,
can't.
yeah.
No.
Yes, but at
It
least
wouldn't be the same.
at least tell your actor
Oh, I agree with that.
we're changing this up.
That's the only thing that I think is messed up, that he wasn't told.
Both times he still wasn't told.
Well,
when
with
they
the helmet
reshot.
taken off?
Yes, they still
I
didn't.
don't.
They still didn't tell him after he'd already shot that scene. They still didn't tell him.
I think that's a minuscule fact.
That's not him. That's like okay, fine.
No, it's not.
Yeah, but he's finally going to get actual screen time with his face.
Barely.
That's still screen time.
Because
You're
once
part
his
of the
helmet's
biggest
taken off, only your eyes are visible.
Well, it was chin up. It was his face
Was
with
it?
that like a harmonica thing in front of him. And
oh, yeah. No,
and
no,
it was
that's
his
right.
chance to
I'm
get his
remembering
face
now,
out, to have his actual face associated with Star
You
Wars.
weren't fat enough, bro. Sorry, Dave.
I feel for that. I'm like, I'd be like, fuck yeah, I'm this character. Oh, I get to finally reveal my face, and I get to be like somebody sees me and goes, oh, "You're him," like everybody else in the fucking movie outside of Chewbacca and R2-D2.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's him. That's Mark Hamill. That's Carrie Fisher. That's Darth Vader.
That's
no,
David Prowse.
no, it's this other guy
not.
again being substituted. His chance to have his face immortalized
Can
in
we
the movie.
look up what Star Wars, the original?
Episode 4, 5, and 6.
I fucking hate that. It's so confusing.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
the original that first debuted, how much it cost to make that?
Star Wars Episode 4 production cost. That's
Production cost. Yeah.
$11 million.
Really?
That's-
I thought
That's
It was-
almost a low budget movie today, but yes,
that's a
11 million.
lot of money.
That's especially back then,
Yeah. That was 72?
1977.
77?
It's old, but not that old.
Jeez.
Yeah, $11 million back then.
Okay.
Today, you're probably looking around 40 million, give or take,
Yeah. Yeah.
which is for a passion project. That's a lot of money.
How long did it take them to make that film?
How long did it take to film Star Wars Episode 4? The runtime is 2 hours and 5 minutes. Thank you, Google.
Thank you, Google. You really answered all of our
Yeah,
questions.
most of the time, Google, you're right there with us. You know,
With Star Wars, I would think that's such a high-profile movie that it would just it'd bring it up.
there's so many facts and tidbits and little things about Star Wars and the entire universe of it.
Exactly.
You would think that would be an already searched question that Google would be like, yeah, here's the answer, asshole.
Yeah. They have a Wikipedia.
Yeah, Wikipedia.
Come on.
It's also on Britannica. IMDb trivia.
11 million. That's surprising. I thought it was more low budget than that because of the stories that I've heard. All of the... You haven't heard these. Everybody who was going to put the film out, they didn't like the storyline. They thought it was
They
it
thought
was
George
dumb.
Lucas was just whack.
Yeah. And I'm under the presumption that he did it on his own. It's been so long since I've researched this or heard about it or whatever. But I think that he did it on his own against everybody else. They all thought it was dumb.
He couldn't get the proper backing until 20th Century Fox said, "Okay, we'll help we'll distribute." But it was directed and produced by George Lucas and through Lucasfilm.
See, yeah. But still, $11 million is a lot for him to put up. That's cool. That's cool that he did it. What did he do before Star Wars? George Lucas.
I love Star Wars, but I don't know a lot.
Where did he
about
get
George
$11
Lucas.
million to produce this film in 77?
Let's see, film career for George Lucas. He worked on American Graffiti.
Oh, I know that movie. My Nana loves that movie.
Yep, he was a director actually of American Graffiti. He was nominated for Best Director and Best Writing.
Back then, you didn't get $11 million for that.
Nope. And then that was in 73 and 78. I don't know which awards this one is actually for. It's not telling me. But 78, he was up for the... Oh, I'm fucking stupid.
What?
I can't read.
What?
So, 1973, the Academy Award, he was nominated for Best Director and Best Writing for American Graffiti. A Golden Globe Award, Best Director as well. All nominated, never won. 1978, Academy Awards, he was nominated for Best Director and Best Writing for Star Wars. The Evening Standard British Film Award gave the win to Star Wars for Best Film. Golden Globe for Best Director, Star Wars nominated. Saturn Award, Best Director, Best Writing.
Wait, so he
both won.
He got all of his money from American Graffiti.
I would assume so.
$11 million back in the 70s is like
A lot of money.
$40 million now.
Let's see. I don't care about your philanthropy. He co-founded the studio American Zoetrope with Francis Ford Coppola, hoping to create a liberating environment for filmmakers to direct outside the perceived oppression control of the Hollywood studio system. Hilarious. Considering his Lucasfilm became a huge part of the Hollywood studio system.
It's a cult classic.
Coppola thought Lucas's Electronic Labyrinth could be adapted into his first full-length feature film, which was produced by American Zoetrope as THX 1138, but was not a success. Lucas then created his own company, Lucasfilm Ltd., and directed a successful American Graffiti in 1973.
Wait, Brad. Can we talk about how far out Star Wars was back in the day? I think he may have created CGI.
I don't believe that is true.
I think that there were films of aliens before Star Wars, but not as big as Star Wars.
Westworld was the first movie that used CGI.
When was that?
I gotta look it up.
2009.
No.
That's Avatar. You got
Westworld
on your
movie,
screen.
1973. I Googled, and that's what it shows.
1973. Okay.
Westworld film.
I would say George Lucas was an innovator.
Definitely an innovator. It was written and directed by Michael Crichton. Crichton. I never knew how to say that.
I think it's Cretan. And I think that Grogu is a fucking terrible name still.
You, Grogu.
Fucking Grogu.
I'm going to call him Gyogru. Can't do that.
Fucking Grogu. Just leave it at fucking Grogu.
Fucking Grogu. Like I said, I'm going to call him Yogru because it needs to have a Y name. Yoda, Yaddle, and Grogu. Kiss my ass. Yoda, Yaddle, Yogru.
It's not yogurt.
Okay, Yogu.
You think it's yogurt.
Yogu.
It's not yogurt.
I'll go with Yogu or Yogru, but it has to have a Y in front of it.
Yogru. Yogru is a yogurt name, it sounds like. Yogru.
Yoda, Yaddle, Yiddle. Fuck it.
Biddly.
Biddle. No, it has to be a Y. Yiddly.
Biddly. I said biddly.
No, it has to be
So
Yiddle.
why?
You said Biddle.
Biddly.
It has to start with the Y.
Doesn't.
Yoda,
It's better
Yaddle.
than fucking Grogu.
Anything's better than Grogu.
God bless
But
it.
it has to start with the Y, not end with the Y. Unless you're going to go with the Yoda backwards talking. Then, okay, I can see that.
Listen, Brett, I'm done with Star Wars. I'm done with all
But
of it.
no,
done with this bullshit.
We had a whole thing about CGI. You asked
yeah,
about it.
yeah.
I'm going to tell you about
I'm just aggravated with Grogu.
it. It pissed me off, too. But anyways, Westworld was the very first movie using CGI, 1973, science fiction western thriller film written and directed by Michael Crichton. That was the very first usage. At 73, Star Wars came out in 77. So using the lightsabers and doing the digital effects, especially with the spaceships coming across and the screen, I'd say yes, Lucasfilm was definitely a don't know about pioneer, but definitely a driving force behind the usage. Especially, and also with the inclusion of the Jim Henson Company for the...
How do you feel about Disney taking over? Do you think it's better or not as good?
The nostalgic side of me says, no, it was horrible. But again, I grew up on 4, 5, and 6. And then 1, 2, and 3 we don't mention. But once Disney took over and we got 7, 8, and 9, objectively, fuck all of you. I'm going to piss some of you off. I liked them. I liked the storyline of Rey. Finn, meh, not so much. They didn't really go too deep with him at all. But the storyline of Rey was good. Ending the Skywalker saga was good. The acting, 50-50 with that. But the special effects, the Star Wars feel, the fucking... Even just the minimal panning of when they changed the scenes and it would pan left to right. Or it would do the
cinematography kind of deal.
Yeah, the cuts and the fades between the scenes. Classic Star Wars.
Do you feel like... Now I'm implying something in this question.
I didn't feel cheated, if that's where you're going.
No. Do you feel like they have a certain type of movie that they put out, a structure of movie that they put out, and that's applied to every movie? It's also applied to Star Wars.
In a sense, yes. They have a threshold that they will not cross. But at the same time, they own Marvel, who is Deadpool. And they've released Deadpool 2.
The
Deadpool
only rated R
Disney movie.
Yeah.
And that's Ryan Reynolds' comedy style, and the Deadpool character itself was a huge, massive boundary push for Disney.
I'm saying with they're treating Star Wars as a drama. And with this drama, they introduce a character. The character gets development. The character development surpasses what you need, and then there's drama. And then there comes the action. Action ensues, and then Star Wars storyline comes in. And then it ends very Disney-like. Just
the happy ending?
No, not necessarily. Not with Star Wars. They changed it up. I think there are certain components that they keep the structure. Yeah.
The good guys win. We know everything.
But
that's now.
That's Star Wars anyway. But yeah, so I can't speak on the ending. But I think it is
alert.
very
It's been
Star
a couple
Wars.
of years. You can talk about episode 9 now.
Or Disney.
Spoiler alert. That's a word. Yeah. Spoiler alert. If you haven't watched 9, turn us off now. There.
Just turn us off now. Just fucking do it.
Fuck us.
We're not. You're not. We're not entertaining.
No, I'm just gonna go marry somebody.
We're
That's
just
all I can do.
rambling. Just fucking. Can you grab me a beer right there?
A beer out of the window fridge.
Yeah. Out of the studio window fridge. Thank you.
That's how high tech we are. We have a studio window fridge.
Thanks.
And for those wondering what that is, that means it's wintertime. We open the window, we prop the beers up into the window. It keeps it cold.
It's beautiful.
And it really works
nature.
well for Platform Beer Company, basically.
Thank you, Platform Beer Company, Basic Lager.
You're so good. We love you.
Love. All the love.
Anheuser-Busch, wink, wink.
Thanks. Anheuser, thanks. So, on that note, I think I have to go take a leak.
Take a
Come
piss.
back.
Piss break.
Can you handle this?
I don't know if I can. I've never been alone like this. You've left me here with just the thoughts in my head, and I don't think I can manage this alone. I wonder what it's like outside of the studio right now. I'm so scared. I can't wait till you come back.
So, I'm back from the studio bathroom, and
Did you wash your hands?
I did. Yeah, they're clean. There's no COVID on these palms.
Good.
It's fine.
Let's not fucking mention that word right now.
What, COVID?
Yes, I'm sick of talking about it.
You don't want to talk about COVID?
Every episode, we gotta say something. So that was it for this episode.
That's what we're living in.
No.
You're making me de-escalate.
Yes, I'm trying to de-escalate. I don't want that situation to arise.
Okay. All right. What is your least favorite food, Brad?
Seafood.
Why?
Because it all tastes the same. Like it all came out of the ocean's asshole.
I think it's a lie. It's a dirty lie.
That is not a dirty lie.
It's a
Fish
liar.
tastes the same to me as shrimp, as lobster, as everything.
They're all different. They're all different. Why are they different?
Why does
from
everything taste like chicken?
land
And that's fine.
animals?
Everything's allowed to taste like chicken, but I say all fish taste the same. You're like, no.
But they don't.
They do.
They
To
don't.
me, they do.
To you,
and it's
so when you put the "to me" part in, that makes it all different, and I can't argue with you.
That's right. Indefensible. Oh, yeah.
See, that's bullshit.
Take that, Mean Gene.
Okay. Fucking salmon is way different than trout.
Now, I can do, like, canned tuna fish, and I can do calamari, surprisingly, because little baby squid heads chopped up and deep fried tastes like, everything else that's deep fried. So that I can handle.
Deep fried is, it makes it.
Yeah, you can deep fry a fucking shoe, and I'll eat it. Oh, wow, that tastes just like the fucking General Tso's chicken I just had.
Sushi. You don't like sushi?
No, yeah, you... Back in California on our trip back in 2010, we went to Zen 5 Reggae and
Right
Sushi.
on the ocean.
Right on the ocean, knowing I hate seafood. So I was like, you know what? I'll entertain this. I'll go with the most basic bitch thing that I could get. I got the California roll.
Yeah.
And I hated it.
You know how long that's been?
10 years.
Every 7 years, your taste buds change.
That does not actually change the flavor profile.
You could like it now, though. Your
could,
brain is different.
But I have tried fish multiple times over the years.
I haven't
and
cooked it for you. I
tastes
haven't cooked
like
it for you.
crap.
I need to cook it for you.
The ocean's asshole is what it tastes
It's
like.
so good.
No.
What about crab legs?
No.
Covered in butter?
Oh, wait. That reminds me of the story when we were in Vegas. Remember when we went to that restaurant inside the Luxor? Yeah. And the waiter came up.
Yes,
and we're like,
that pretentious asshole.
Yeah, we were like, he's like, would you like to know today's specials? We're like, yeah, sure. Indulge us. And he goes, so today's special is Florida crab. And I was like, do you know what they call Florida crab in Florida? Crab. It's just crab. Just
like,
because you
stop.
So what you're telling me is you're serving less fresh crab than if you got it from California.
Well, they're in the middle of the states. So.
No. Vegas is on. Might as well call it the West Coast. It's right next to California. Yeah. You can get crab from California faster than you can from Florida.
What really was aggravating is when I ordered the cheese plate, and I didn't know what Bermuda blue cheese was, and I was like, let me get that Bermuda blue, bro. And he was like, oh, just the Bermuda blue? You have to put just in there. You have to say just the Bermuda blue.
How dare you?
There's nobody else in this restaurant. It's just us, and we're having a good
We're being
time.
talked down to by this pretentious fat fuck.
Just the Bermuda blue. That's it. God damn, you're not getting anything. And then the
we
photographer
took him like
that came
$5
around,
on like $150.
No, we tipped a lot. The photographer though that came around,
who took our picture without us asking, and then tried to sell
and
it
we're
to
like,
us.
okay, yeah, that's fine. And then tried to charge $250.
$250 for like a 6-picture set with a
No.
little, like a yearbook.
Granted,
flip
it's
open
2010, and I don't have a good camera, but I don't need that, bro.
No. We're just sitting there.
Listen,
we're like,
just give me my blue cheese. Why is it Bermuda? You didn't take it from Bermuda.
No. And it was, goat cheese. It was still good, but they treated us
You know, this is why when I go to fancy restaurants, I act myself, I don't want to be weirded out by your pretentious bullshit. Like, I know food just as much as you do.
Right.
I just want to hang out, and I want quality food.
And there's a difference.
Just be cool.
There's a difference.
Every time I served and was sorry.
That's all right.
Every time I served and was bartending, everybody is a person. You don't know where they came from.
Right.
You don't know their background. You don't know their knowledge. Just be a friendly face and know the menu, because people are strangers to the menu. Don't be a pretentious asshole.
And there is a way to blend that pretentiousness with knowing the menu and being a
When
good
you're
waiter.
asked.
No. Remember when we went to Gordon Ramsay's steak
Yeah.
and we were not allowed to choose our own dessert
Mm-hmm.
because he was being pretentious about it, but he knew
The sticky toffee pudding.
the
was
sticky toffee
dynamite.
pudding was what
So
you're
good.
getting.
Yeah.
We're like, okay, we have the dessert menu. He's like, no, I'm going to bring you the sticky toffee pudding. We're like, we kind of want to see the menu, see options. He's like, it doesn't matter. I'm bringing you the sticky toffee pudding.
See, that's the kind of server I am. I
it's-
respect that.
Trust me, I know the menu.
Yes.
This is what you're
That's
going
it.
to want.
That's what you're going to get.
And by God, that motherfucker was correct. That sticky toffee pudding at the Gordon
At the
Ramsay
same
steak-
time, we ate that sticky toffee pudding, and he was like, so I'm going to put you in for another one? We're like, no.
Not at these prices, no.
But it
oh
was-
my God, thank you.
It was beautiful upselling. It was great menu he was working off of anyway.
Oh, yeah, it's Gordon Ramsay.
Great personality because he was just
Like,
fun with us
a
on our level.
high pressure,
Wasn't pretentious.
high dollar menu,
And
he was still cool about it. Like, he wasn't like the asshole at the Luxor, which that restaurant is not even a famous restaurant. I don't even know if it's still there anymore.
It was what was it called?
We just like, let's try eating here.
Tender. It was called Tender.
Was that a Tender?
Yep, it was called Tender.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we're just like, let's try eating here. And then he gave us the whole fucking looking at us down his nose. And
Don't
it
do
was
that,
bad.
please. If you're
we go to an
bartending,
actual upscale.
no
Gordon-
bartender or server is like that anyway.
No. But then we go to a real restaurant that's known, whose the owner is fucking Gordon fucking Ramsay. And he's like, yeah, I work here. What you want?
That's how you do it.
He was cool
That's
about
how
it.
you do it. You're just knowledgeable. That's how you got that role.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good. It was good food.
Yeah, that fucking 35-ounce
It-
ribeye that I had was, again, huge. Big as my hand. Just massive. And it was perfectly cooked.
Dude, that $17 Caesar salad.
Oh, my God. 4 leaves of romaine lettuce.
That's it.
A drizzle of the Caesar salad
It was
dressing.
so good.
And 2 halves of a Scotch egg.
It was so good, though.
And at $17, I would have paid $25 for it because it was just.
Don't say that.
I would
Don't
have.
say that.
I would have.
So good.
It was so good. And that sweet, not sweet potato, but the potato fries thing. They took a baked potato and then cut it like a fry, and then put a whole bunch of like seasoning and like a little sauce thing on it, and it was absolutely incredible.
Yeah. It was-
Everything at Gordon Ramsay steak.
It was good.
Gordon
And it was
Ramsay, if
worth
you're
it.
listening, you we'll partner up with you right along next to Platform Beer Co.
Please.
You don't
Gordon-
have to pay us. Just let us have the free tab at your restaurants.
Gordon, you're my second favorite chef. Okay? Like, you're amazing.
Don't. You're
What?
working against our potential sponsorship here. He's your second favorite chef.
Yeah. He's got to fight for it, bro.
Oh,
He's got to, I mean,
I know he's got a temper. And
He's
he
gotta
likes a
want it.
challenge, but
yeah,
Jesus
he's got
Christ,
to,
you're gonna call him out
he
right at the get-go.
wants me to have him as his first, probably
His first
favorite.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
But he's not.
so who is your first favorite chef in the world?
Grant a Katz. Do you know who that guy is?
Not a clue.
Well, he's
Never
in
heard of him.
Chicago, and he's like the lord of gastronomy.
Gastronomy.
Okay, yeah. So,
Is that like where the stars align inside your gut? I mean,
well, it's a science. So, food is a science anyway. He's the lord of science and food together. He uses
so Bill Nye, if he could cook up a good mean steak,
but a lot more.
or actually science-y.
I think Bill Nye could do it. Yeah.
Or
yeah,
Neil deGrasse.
Yeah. Coming back to it. Yeah.
Neil
Not
deGrasse
Neil
or Bill?
deGrasse. No, Neil deGrasse is
Too smart or
he's stars.
okay. So yeah, okay. Well, so yeah, we'll go.
This
Bill
is
Nye.
applied science.
The fake science.
No, applied sciences.
Applied.
Earthly sciences.
'Cause,
Earthly
you know,
sciences.
Bill Nye's half fake, half real type thing.
Uh,
There's a debate.
okay.
Anyway.
So, a cat's man, he just okay. So
He created the Chicago pizza. Or what?
no. He didn't do that. He shit. You just have to look up his menu. It's fantastic. You can go.
You're the
to-
one that's supposed to be selling me on him.
I
Why do
know.
I got to look it up?
Well, I'm thinking about it. So he
How do you spell his fucking name?
ACHATZ.
The Shots Handmade Pie Company. Grant, American Chef. There he is.
Yes.
I don't like his face.
Why?
I mean, look at that face.
Yeah.
It looks like Captain Morgan.
He's
But-
a regular dude.
What was that movie with Christian Bale where he played that super skinny guy? The Machinist.
Oh.
Captain Morgan is the Machinist.
Well, you can feel bad for him because he's had a lot of medical problems that I'm not going to go over. He's had a tough
Fuck
life.
you and fuck me.
He
'cause-
couldn't taste for a while.
Well, no, fuck you. I don't
and
care
he's
about
a
that.
chef. Anyway.
Somehow he sparked a baby debate, according to this
Um,
picture.
He's got great fucking. Okay, so one of his final desserts at his restaurants, he's filled sugar with helium, and it's kind of cool that you can have your dessert out of a balloon.
The what's that called? That candied balloon thing, where they can make that big giant bubble out of like that caramel glass, whatever it is.
Yeah, which is tough to do.
I've seen that on a speedway at the gas pump on the little TV screens. They showed
Yeah.
somebody making they took like a straw and they blow into like the sugar water and they make a bubble out of it and it hardens.
Yeah. It's kind of like that, and they do it at your table. But you can go to one of his restaurants and have a 17-course meal.
17-course meal.
Mm-hmm.
How does that work?
It's an experience. So
Actually, full by like 4.
they're not fucking 14-ounce ribeye steaks. It's a different flavor every time, and it's small portions. It's bites, and it's a story, an experience, and all of the servers will come out and they will not tell you a story, but they'll paint a picture on your table and you'll eat it. They'll slap flavor
so like
on your
sauce
table.
art that you can eat.
It's art, yeah.
Okay, I'm thinking like a
Sometimes.
course meal, like 3-course meal, salad, entree, dessert.
Other times they bring you plates. It's all different.
So each
And
time
it depends
you eat
on
there,
the
it's a different
season
experience.
too. Yeah,
Weird. Sounds
it's so cool. If
Sounds
you
cool.
have $300 to drop,
3.
yeah, I'm doing it. That's without
Is
the
that
wine.
per person?
That's per person.
Oh fuck that!
That's without the wine.
It was $400 for 4 of us at Gordon Ramsay's. You want to do 300 a piece?
Yeah, but we only got fucking 3 courses. Here, you're spending 4 hours and it's
That's a day.
It's experience. Oh my God, look it up, dude.
Here's the 13 course
It's
at
fantastic. Look at him. He's a
Alinea
genius.
Madrid's insane
Look
menu.
at him. Just look at him.
Yeah, it's the machinist Captain Morgan.
He's smart, dude.
It's a flavor packet from the wall. Seafood. Jar Jar can. I don't like him now, as he said Jar Jar.
Jar Jar Binks.
Misa no want to eat here. Like the food's still in the can.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but it's his own company can.
Yeah.
But why? And
Experience.
caviar comes in a glass jar. Like it came off a store shelf. They're like, we're not putting it on a plate. Here. You open it your goddamn self.
Because it's fun.
That's
it's
a different. I can
communal.
experience that at home.
Well,
I can open my
you
own
can't.
cans
Not
and my own jars.
because they made those. He made those. Those are his.
Okay, yeah,
you
but
can't experience it at home.
I
he
can
made those.
buy a can of food and open it up and eat it.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
You sure can.
So I'm getting that.
Not
same
that,
experience.
though.
I'm not getting that same food, but I'm getting that experience of
Sure. Okay.
buying it off the shelf
You
and
can
opening it
take that
myself.
home. Yeah. I ate at Grana Katz's.
There's the art thing you were talking about where they kind of splatter it.
That's partially what I was talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, there's like sauces and it looks like a slab of fish.
Yeah.
But like you can see where they thrown sauce and stuff.
It gets elaborate.
And then you get to eat a bowl of dry ice. I don't know what that is, but it looks like a bowl of dry ice.
There's dry ice in there, yeah. For sure.
Crab, shrimp. I cannot talk today. And I blame that all on Platform Beer Company's Basic Lager.
Sponsor us, please.
Crab, shrimp, Siam Sunray. It's a crab tempura with cucumber, vanilla, and ginger. Caramelized shrimp with tamarind, lemongrass, coconut, lime, and vodka. 3 mini bocaditos.
I don't know.
I've never seen that word before. So 3
Uh,
mini bocaditos
where
of
is it?
finger food made with exotic ingredients from
I don't
Ecuador.
know that word either. Yeah.
It's Ecuadorian.
Oh.
Graffiti. From Chicago, a city with buildings
These
and
are
graffiti.
all non-artistic photographs.
Well, it's just
These are
somebody.
just users. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
somebody
it's
took a-
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I get what they're going for. It kind of looks like not a peanut brittle, but that.
Well, you can see that there was something before it was broken.
Yeah,
Some sort of structure.
and they use like some kind of.
And the server broke it, and then the person who bought the plate.
But they're going for a
Took a
graffiti
picture.
look. That's what I'm trying to explain here. Is this? They have like
Yes.
this green. It looks like spray paint, but it's probably some kind of edible
Pea
sauce
puree
paste,
or something.
pea puree or something that they are able to spray to give it a graffiti look. Something straight out of Beetlejuice here with the hot potato. It's a bowl of horseradish.
Shut the fuck. We don't have to talk about this anymore. I'm telling you, you have to see it for yourself. Just look it up. It's
like a cupcake being suspended above a bowl of horseradish with 2 pieces of mozzarella cheese and some pineapple.
He's been one of the world's greatest chefs years in a row. Along
That's
with
a
Spain.
bite of Wagyu. That's all you get anyway. So I'm not.
You have 17 courses. What do you
13.
want? Oh, on this thread, it changes all the time. He's a
Behold,
true
all 13
chef.
courses of El Nia Madrid's insane menu.
It's not the same every time you go there.
I
Go
haven't
to
been
it
there
now.
once. So.
Go to it now.
I'm not going to Chicago anytime soon.
No. Alinea. Go to Alinea.
That's where I was.
Yeah, but go to the Alinea website. It'll tell you what's happening.
I don't have it.
I think
There
it's
it
a
is.
6
Alinea
week.
restaurant.
It's a 6-week menu.
No, I've never seen that in a page before. Whoa. Oh, I know what they did. Okay, HTML5.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm at the website. Alinea, gallery, the salon menu, the kitchen table. Book your experience. Here it is, the gallery menu. The first floor gallery provides seating for 16 only. A multi-sensory 16 to 18 course menu combines fine dining with experimental moments. With 2 seatings per night, we ask that you arrive on time or the experience may begin without you. $305 to $365 per person depending on day of week. Wine and non-alcoholic pairings available. Parties of 2 or 4 only, please. I'm going to pay $305 to $365 and I don't get a goddamn drink with it.
You don't. No, you get water.
The food don't cost that much.
It's an experience. I'm doing it.
Oh.
You don't have to. I'm doing it.
I'm sorry. I go for cost versus what I'm receiving.
It's because you're born, bred Ohio.
No, I was born in Florida, asshole.
Born,
with
bred
my Florida crab.
Texas. No, you were raised in Texas for the first 4 years.
No, I was raised in Florida for the first 3 years. Then I moved to Florida for 1 year, and then I've been in Ohio ever since.
Where is Texas coming to play? You were in Texas.
Yeah, the first 3 years I was in Florida. Spent a year in Texas, so being 4, and then moved up to Ohio. But no, I'm saying for $305, I'm getting basically a sampling of what this guy can do, but I don't get a drink with it.
No.
And my $305 will pay for probably pay for that entire day's actual food that they're going to be serving. Just my $300.
It takes them all day to make the gastronomy, so they have to do all those science things. And they have to train all the servers on how to serve it. It's a whole thing.
I get that, but I'm like, I want something to drink with my $300 goddamn dollars.
Yeah.
Is that too much really to ask for after?
Well, it's not your kind of place.
I like fancy shit. But if I'm paying $300 just for myself, a glass of wine.
But I understand because I went to school 3 years for culinary and I worked in it for 10 years.
Did they teach you that? Don't offer a drink with a high price?
No, it's that it takes a lot of effort to feed you.
I understand
and
that.
All customers will fucking complain, and you'll get all the feedback.
You don't have to go to chef school for that. I can tell you that.
No, it's bullshit that I even went to school for it because everybody always bitches about you anyway.
Yeah, that's the people suck.
Yeah.
You work at McDonald's, somebody's going to bitch about the fucking coffee being too hot and get $1 million out of the deal.
Exactly. Yeah. So
my gripe is just that I'm paying $300. Why can't I get a glass of a cheap wine? Fuck, something to go with my meal.
You don't have to, though. It's laid out right there.
Yeah,
you don't get anything but the food.
Yeah, to me, it might be amazing, great, stupendous, superb, holy shit. But I need something to wash it down with. And I got to pay extra for that.
No, I understand. But it's something
I'm not complaining
that
about
I
the
appreciate.
food. I'm not complaining about the experience part of it. I'm not complaining about all that. I'm just saying the drink should come with the meal, just as, spending that much, dude. So you can give me a $2 drink of cheap wine that you're going to mark up anyway.
Oh, yeah, they'll for sure mark it up.
Like at the Gordon Ramsay Steakhouse, that amazing Moscato I had that does like melted butter. It was so smooth. He was charging almost $400 for a bottle of that.
Yeah.
You could buy it online for $34. So yeah, there's a huge markup. But
well, in the restaurant industry, it's 300% markup on all wine.
Oh,
That comes
the
across the board.
Experience and the ambiance and everything like that. That's
well,
we're adding that into the price.
That and I have to keep it in stock, so that costs money.
A bar has to keep alcohol in stock.
Yeah, it costs money to keep that in stock.
Yeah, but
as opposed to anything else, because they're talking to the company. For your company, for me to keep this in stock, it's going to cost you that. And then it's going to cost me this much to pay the servers and the bartenders to sell that. It's much
Oh,
easier. So I'm starting a brewery right now. It costs so much money for you to sell your product to a restaurant, and then that restaurant sell it, when you can just sell it yourself.
No, I understand fully on the there's more into the price that you're paying. A $2 or even at McDonald's $1.07 after tax for a Coke does not cost that, but they're paying for the employees, they're paying for marketing, they're paying for all that stuff. So it all goes into the price. There's always a markup. Fully understand that. But when you're taking a $34 bottle of wine and charging $400 for it,
yeah,
there's where that's where you start going into the gouging.
And I do understand.
There's a line between
that
I get it, and
yeah.
then there's gouging.
But you also know that you don't have to.
No, I don't have
They
to.
do it because it's a convenience to you, and they know they can make that money.
Oh, yeah.
And the restaurant industry, they fail 70% of the time.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I've never wanted to start my own restaurant.
Stacked pickle. By the Dayton Mall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would that make it a month and a half, 2 months?
Yeah.
Yeah. Already closed.
Mhm.
Done. For one, it's a horrible name.
It's tough. It's tough even for the mobile restaurants, like the food trucks.
Right.
Because you have to do your own. You have to get a facility that you can get inspected by the food inspector.
You gotta get your licenses. You gotta get
and you have to get licenses for every county, every city
that you're
going
to.
to.
Yes.
And you have to plan it out. It has to be certain dates. And Centerville doesn't like that at all. So you can't go there.
Miami Township's pretty cool about it, though.
It's a lot of bullshit. When you have a brick and mortar, you're right there. You deal with your own. There's so much bullshit. Same with alcohol. Alcohol, doing the licensing for that, you can't be mobile with that at all. Now it's
getting more and more lax.
Well, it's getting lax just because of COVID. And now there's this company that delivers alcohol to your door.
Right. It's been around for a couple of years now, but it's been definitely more pronounced since COVID. Like bars and restaurants are allowing the delivery and carryouts of alcohol sales,
which is expanding.
Yeah. As long as there's a verification process of an ID of who you're delivering it to. Now, granted, that could be a 21-year-old who's still supplying it to an 18-year-old, but that's not the fault of the delivery person.
It's very complicated with all the licensing and all the hoops you have to jump through as the establishment doing it.
Yeah, as DoorDash, I had to do a couple alcohol deliveries from gas stations and whatnot, and we have to take the person's phone or ID and use our phone to take a picture of the back of their license so they can scan it.
Really?
Yep, that's how they verify. But that verification process is somebody who's 21 years old answering the door.
Right. Yeah.
That's the whole thing. But that takes the legal ramifications off of me as the delivery guy because I gave it to somebody of age with a legal license.
Right.
So my hands
You're
are
off
clean.
of it. Yeah. You did it. You did your job. That's what they asked you to do.
So yeah, it creates
it's just
it doesn't create a problem. Beer delivery should be a thing, especially if you want to cut down on drinking and driving. I should be able to call or go online or use my app to order somebody to bring in another case of beer if I'm way too drunk to go get it. Now, like I said, it can open up the problems where somebody who isn't 21 is the one actually paying for it and going to be consuming it. But long as somebody who's 21 opens the door and that's who I'm handing it to,
the licensing,
that's on you if the cops get called.
Licensing is the biggest thing. Just like you and I talked about doing a food truck.
Yes.
It's just obnoxious. We would have to stick around to the same place unless...
And not to mention the truck itself would be like $40,000 at minimum.
Yeah.
For
you have to have
good
a lot
truck
of money for that.
with all the equipment inside of it.
we can make great food.
You're far better than I am, but I know my way around the kitchen as well, and we can make some good shit.
Yeah, it's the logistics around it. It's all the money that for licensing, for certifications to get included into a certain city. You would have to. So I know a few people that go. They take their food truck across the country.
Yep, I've seen people doing that
before COVID, and they would go to different festivals. They would just book themselves in festivals, and that included the licensing to do that, and that's a smart way to do it.
Yeah, work
you
around.
get to travel,
But you also got to put all those miles on a giant box truck that's not meant to do that.
You can't have a family. You can't have. It's
Oh,
got
you
to be
can.
dedicated.
It's got to be a small
to
family that
food.
can travel with you,
There's
like you and
not-
your girl or your wife.
Well,
or
and you
whatever.
can't live in the same establishment. You can't live in the same truck.
Oh no, you still got to park at a motel and sleep.
Yeah,
You can't sleep on the fucking fry station.
yeah. So I mean,
Two
you
reasons.
can't have a family, but they ain't. You're traveling. Your family's not traveling with you.
Oh, it's just like a trucker. I mean, you can, but
It's
there are issues.
if we weren't 3,000 years old.
All right, I think that's a good spot for this episode. A little bit different than the past three, but still, it's content, motherfuckers.
Hey, can we end this episode with some Reign of Athena?
You bet your ass, doggy.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Fuck yeah. Ending it out with Reign of Athena. Today's song will be called Paralyzed. So we will see you all next time.